This is Rachel DesRochers, your host of Kitchen Convos, and we are at First Watch. One, because they're awesome, and two, because they're super awesome, and they sponsored season 3 of Kitchen Convos. And I'm really excited to be here, not just because I have all of the drinks and a ton of food to eat, but I get to sit down and hear a little bit of backstory of First Watch and this amazing team that is supporting the stores. So, Lauren, Tonya, and Matt, welcome to Kitchen Convos.
Thank you.
Yes. So, you two have been with First Watch for like ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Like actually forever.
Like forever.
15 years for myself.
12 years for me.
How, why, anything. Share how you kind of stumbled upon this
It's a
job.
passion.
Food.
Food's a passion.
Yeah.
Serving people's a passion. And when you boil that down to fantastic ingredients,
Yep.
like you see in front of you and fresh stuff,
Yep.
there's no reason to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But to stay here. It's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I fell in love with the idea of what First Watch was and how I felt. I actually started with the company as an hourly, and I stuck with it.
Yeah.
I went, do I want to use my college degree? No, I like where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with what First Watch made me feel like, and it was a family, and I bought in. And I really still to this day, I'm still there.
That's awesome. And you're new here. You're marketing for this region.
I am, yeah. And yeah, absolutely love it. Been with the company for a little under a year, and couldn't be happier to be here. And kind of like Matt and Tonya said, just, you know, it's not even just about the awesome food in the restaurant, but like our First Watch really cares about the like quality of life of their employees and team members. And I think that's one of the things for me that is just so amazing, is to work with people that really care about you, and we care about the customers that come in the door and the employees, and it's just really awesome.
I mean, how long has this, so we're in the Hyde Park location right now. How long has this location been here?
93.
Yeah.
1993.
25 years?
Yeah.
Almost 25 years?
Yep.
Long time.
Goodness.
This used to be the lake
Yeah.
of the LeBlanc plant. This part where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Was the lake at the entrance.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
neat.
Yeah. I remember coming here and we were, before we started recording, reminiscing on the caps, which was my favorite dish.
Sorry.
But she told me I can order it. Only here, no. Anywhere, only me. Sorry, y'all. But I'll order enough for all of us and share. So one of the things that I want to talk about, because I don't think people have any idea, especially maybe even to this audience, but Lauren was talking about your coffee. So let's dive right into what's in there.
It's amazing.
Kahlua free right now.
Currently.
This location also has alcohol. So come to Hyde Park for brunch or lunch or whatever. What about your coffee is special?
You guys want me to take this one?
Go for
it. So this is one of my favorite programs that we have at First Watch. So we started it in January. So we've always been known to have really good coffee. And a couple of years ago, we were kind of looking on how we could elevate our coffee and kind of make it more than just a coffee, but a cause too. And so we teamed up with this group of women in Huila, Colombia, and it's called Mujeres en Café. So all of our coffee is sourced by women coffee growers and farmers, which is
So cool.
really
I just
amazing.
got goosebumps.
Yeah, and it's and so the coffee industry in general is just male dominated.
Yes.
And so for these women, they've all either lost their fathers or their husbands or brothers to the years of conflict in Colombia, and so they've kind of had to step up and run these businesses for their families so that they can support their families. And so we teamed up with them. We've gone in, our team has gone there twice so far. They just took their second trip there this summer to actually meet the women, get to like build a relationship with them. And what we do is we pay a premium for the coffee so that they can help their communities thrive and their families thrive. And we've actually donated a portion for them to build a school in their village. And And we actually got to meet one of the women coffee farmers this past October,
awesome.
and it was just
Fantastic.
talk about
tear-jerking.
goosebumps.
Man.
And it's not only is it's just such a great product, but to see how proud these women are to be able to share their coffee with all of you is just it's really, really amazing.
That is really awesome. And when you were telling me, I was like, whoa, we need to, like, right? Like, that's a huge piece that I think that and especially when it's not a locally ran organization, but you guys have how many stores?
We have 350, I think.
Jeez
Yep,
Louise. I mean, that's big impact. And the fact that when leaders of our industry can step out and say we can be impactful with our dollars, that is exactly proof right there, which is awesome, because we need that. We need strong food leaders in this industry to take the change and, like, create good.
Yeah. We do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And fun fact too, when you come into our restaurants, I'm sure most of you know, but you're welcomed with not just a cup of coffee, but you get an entire pot.
You do. You do. Yes. Which I love. It is shareable or not, depending on, the day of the week. For me personally, Monday I could probably have the whole thing. There is a tie, though, for Cincinnati in the First Watch story, right? So...
You guys want to go?
Sure. I mean, well, our chairman of the board, who has made this his baby from the get-go, actually grew up in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. So
I tell you what, this Cincinnati region, it's where all the cool kids are from,
well,
right?
it's where all the great
what
ideas
we
come
say.
from.
Hell yeah, I'll drink to that.
But
Yeah.
I mean, he's really taken it and just ran with it.
So he was from here, and then the original locations were Florida?
So our home office is in Florida, but
Okay.
actually the very first location is in California. It's kind of where
Wow.
our name comes from too. It's a nautical term, first watch.
Okay.
Kind of the first watch of the day. And that was kind of the idea behind it. And so, but then when they started opening restaurants, Cincinnati was one of the first markets that we opened restaurants in, because obviously of our former CEO being from here, always has kind of felt like home to First Watch. So, yeah.
So recently I've heard people say, man, have you been to First Watch? They've really, like, changed some things around. And considering my favorite dish was caps, it had been maybe a little while since I had been in. I'll own it, you guys. That doesn't mean I love it any less. I think when you have little kids, too, you go through a phase of, like, I'm not leaving my house until I have to. We're all parents. Well, three or four of us are parents here. I'm not leaving if I don't have to. So let's talk just maybe a little bit about this updated space. We're in the Hyde Park store. As you guys can see, we have all these beautiful drinks here. Awesome food in front of us. Want to talk about the drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great program that we started, 4 or 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. And it's just, you have to always add new. You always have to be inventive. And when you aren't, then you fall to the back, right?
Yes.
So why not try new things? And this is one of the best things I've seen our company do. And it's awesome to see. We can still make things like the caps, right? We can still visit 20 years ago. We can, we will.
Yep.
But let's add some new.
No,
and the new is awesome.
They're delicious. So this one is...
So that's our morning meditation. We make the juices fresh in-house every day. So the morning meditation is orange juice, turmeric, ginger, beet juice, a little bit of agave.
So good.
Our kale tonic. This is my favorite. You love the morning med.
I do love the morning meditation. I'm a ginger junkie, but this is so good too.
Yeah. So that one, I love that one. That one's only 4 ingredients too. It's just kale, Fuji apple, cucumber, and lemon juice.
Yeah, and we're not adding anything to them. It's the natural flavors.
It's so good.
In the morning, we're firing up the juicers and shoving stuff through, and this is what we get. And
Every
it's
morning.
fantastic.
It's awesome. And then what's the seasonal one you have there?
Right now, this is our red medicine. It has a honey-infused iced tea base, and then we have cranberry juice and pomegranate juice, and it's excellent. And then we have a little bit of cinnamon to accent.
I love it. It is so good. Right?
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. All right, next up, food. I won't. Well, I might eat some, but
That's our hacienda hash. So Tonya mentioned the seasonal juice. So we do a seasonal menu 5 times a year.
Okay.
And so you'd mentioned that we kind of have updated our menu and the look of our restaurants. And part of that is focusing on fresh, new, fun ingredients. So something like our hacienda hash has chorizo in it, and it has
really good.
sriracha ketchup, and so always trying to incorporate like fun new ingredients. We did an acai bowl a couple menus
that
ago.
brioche,
Yeah.
the rainbow one.
Oh, the rainbow toast.
Rainbow toast was amazing.
Y'all.
That's in our cookbook.
Yes, it is.
It is,
The
yeah.
recipe is.
Yeah.
What-
Well, hey, what do you got there? Come out.
We didn't even plan that, you guys.
Wow.
I have to find it. Keep talking. Tell us about. We're in the cookbook. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
So the cookbook is pretty awesome. It's got some of our older recipes in it, some things that people still ask for today that we haven't made in many, many years.
I don't know that it has her caps.
I was just
No, it
looking.
doesn't. No, the
I was
caps
in
not
the
in
C's. There's no
I'll
caps.
give you that recipe before you leave. Free of
Okay,
charge.
man.
there.
Matt, my
But,
new BFF.
it's
Okay,
got
toast.
our salad marinade we used to use. And,
Which is the diehard fans.
yeah, the diehard
for that
fans
one.
would love that. And it does have our recipe for the $1 Million Bacon, which
Best
is...
bacon ever.
Why did I not
to
order
die
that the other day
for.
when I was in?
Oh my gosh, you have to. Yeah.
It's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, this
That's the rainbow
toast.
toast.
Am I in the thing? It is so good.
It is really yummy.
And, it's
And now you can
simple.
make it at home.
To make.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, it's not too
No,
hard to
it
make at all.
right? Yeah. I think it was just like so light and like it was filling, but it didn't feel like it was delicious.
And a lot of in the cookbook too, a lot of the seasonal items that we put in. So we'll put them on for like a month or two, and then they're off, and so people miss them.
Yes.
And so a lot of time, a lot of our seasonal specials are in there. So now you can make them at home.
And are
It's
you guys
awesome.
selling the cookbook in stores?
Yes.
And order online?
Not yet, but
Okay.
it will be soon.
Okay.
Maybe by the time this podcast airs,
Yeah.
it will be online.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's $23.95. Makes a great holiday gift.
It does make a great holiday gift. Sorry for that noise, Matt's just throwing stuff. Let me just have some more kale.
Had too much projects already.
It's all the coffee. This was amazing.
Oh yeah, the cinnamon chip
It's like
pancake.
a big cookie.
It is like a big cookie. Like I didn't even put syrup on it, and I'm like, whoa.
It's got that holiday feel.
It does
just-
have that
it's
holiday
awesome.
feel.
Makes you feel nice.
Do you
and
guys have
cheery.
favorite dishes here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Mine would be
hold
the
out.
chiquichanga. So it's like a
haven't had
crispy
that.
tortilla that has eggs and chorizo and green chilies and onions and chicken in it. And then we top it with our Veracruz sauce, which is to die for. And
delicious.
I can eat that on everything.
Yes.
And that's probably been my go-to
That's awesome.
forever.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite is our quinoa pesto chicken bowl.
Oh.
And it's quinoa, it's a pesto ranch sauce.
sounds really good.
Lemon dressing, chicken, or house roasted tomatoes. And it is just feta cheese.
I'll have to get that next time.
That one's
good.
gluten free too.
Yeah.
It's gluten free, that's why I always get it.
Yeah.
But
Man.
I always, a lot of times, it depends if I get it in the morning or in the afternoon, but I'll add an egg to it.
Yep.
Throw it right on top. It's amazing.
Put an egg on it.
You can't beat anything.
You can't.
Well, that
Egg.
makes our menu unique, though, is because we can change things for our
Yes.
customers and, well, for ourselves when we're back there. So we can add things,
The
take things
special
out.
secret menu.
Yeah, and we have no issues accommodating the dietary differences and changes and needs. and-
Because, I mean, holy moly, that whole piece of the food industry over the last 2 decades has changed drastically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time, and like Tiny said, we can accommodate it. We make everything to order.
Yeah.
There's like we get vegetarians and vegans that come in all the time, and we can customize. We do have some great vegan options on the menu.
Yep.
But we can also customize dishes to make them that way. So it's
awesome.
yeah, it's really nice. Can I say my favorites?
Duh.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I love it.
I know, Rachel.
I know. Maybe there is Kahlua.
I change my favorite like every week.
That's why. She's like, can I tell you my 15 favorite things here? Okay, go.
No, but one of the things that I love about our menu is that if you want to be healthy, like you can eat really healthy here.
Yes.
And so when I'm feeling healthy, which is not every week, but some weeks, I'm obsessed with our avocado toast.
It is so good.
It's so good.
Yes.
There's like something secret in that seasoning because it's just amazing. Like,
Well, and can I just interrupt you? It's like full on avocado. Like, it's not this like light schmear. It is filling.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not all mushy too.
No, it's so
Gotta have
good.
a good avocado toast.
Yes,
But
agreed.
I love that. And then also when I'm like feeling more indulgent, I'm obsessed with our roast beef sandwich off of our lunch menu. The roast beef and Havarti is, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
Parmesan encrusted bread.
And I know everybody thinks like breakfast when they come into First Watch, but
And it's so hard to not order breakfast here
our
because
sandwiches
it's so
are
good.
so good.
We have people that'll walk in at 7 a.m. and order a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
Yeah.
And
I
you
just
can,
love it.
and that's the nice thing too. You can order anything off the
Anything all
menu at
day.
any time. So
All
if you
day.
want salad for breakfast or if you want pancakes for lunch, you can do it.
What other new fun things have you guys been working on lately?
We're always up to fun.
Well, our grab and go section is pretty. What is that?
Yeah. Wow.
Where did that come from? Who is she?
It's like a little magic box over here full of goodies.
Wow.
You guys probably should be a little nervous what I'm pulling out next.
Well, that marshmallow treat is
Is
amazing, and it's
awesome.
gluten free.
So good.
It's amazing.
I think
From
I've had
Sweet
about
Treats.
50 in the last month.
I'm not gonna say how many I had, but
yeah.
So
it's been a
these
lot.
guys make these for you guys.
They do. And so when we, like at the end of a meal, you just need like a bite of something sweet.
Yeah,
I
that looks
always
so
do.
good.
So yeah, we have our grab and go. And we also have our app, which is pretty new too. And this is a really good tip for all the listeners is weekends we get real busy for brunch. If you've been in our restaurants on
Yes.
Saturday and Sunday, you know that there's always a wait. You can get in line from your phone with our app. If you download our app, get in line. We tell you when your table is going to be ready.
Again.
You show up and check in, and you'll be seated within 5-10 minutes. It's amazing.
So pull out your smartphone devices right now and download the First Watch app. No, but isn't that like we are a busy culture, and I say that because to me this word busy is overused, right? And so this idea of coming and waiting in line for 20 minutes, like we don't have that anymore, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
so it's interesting to see that like change of everybody's trying to keep up. Can you ever? I have no idea, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We do a pretty good job
Yeah.
at doing that. We keep up.
Yeah.
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 I'll get text messages. Hey, I'm cashing out at TJ Maxx. I'll be right there.
Yeah, because we can converse back and forth.
Yep. So we have conversations.
Yeah.
We're pulling in. Okay.
Send them a text that their table's ready, and they'll send us a text right back. All right, I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Please don't give my seat away. I need this cinnamon chip pancake.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. What else? What else have we not talked about?
Well, I was going to say something about, because you were talking about the busy
Yes.
culture and lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of back to when we first started, and something just kind of cool is our hours. So this
Yeah.
7 a.m. to 2:30 concept. And nowadays, there's a lot more restaurants popping up that do those hours.
Yep.
But back 25, 30 years ago when we started,
No one.
nobody was doing
Nobody.
that.
Yeah.
And so, our founders, they're kind of, the idea behind it was, the restaurant industry and the food industry in general, as we all know, is busy, time-consuming hours and
Late nights.
Yeah, and everybody has families and they want to be home with those families, and so, being able to close at 2:30 every day ensures that all of your employees are home with their families every night for dinner.
How does that impact you guys as parents? 5 kids,
It's awesome.
three.
3.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, I don't miss out on the evening things, the games and the practices.
It makes you want to stay in this industry longer.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It made me feel good about coming back from maternity leave that I didn't have that, oh, wow, what am I going to, because my schedule didn't really change.
Yeah.
I go to work during the day and I'm home in the afternoon and nothing changed.
Yeah. I think we take it for granted, this idea of flexibility to be home in the evenings. It's really challenging in some of these careers. We just, our other sponsors, Cincinnati Wood Collaborative, super amazing guys, all from the restaurant industry, all amazing chefs. And actually, there are 4 dads. The first guy that started it, but he was like, we were never seeing our families, right? Like, never. They would go to school, and then by the time they're home, we're gone.
Yeah.
And then we're asleep by the time they leave the next morning.
We
and
hear that a lot.
You forget it because that's just the way it is, right? I mean, so much of like, well, if you're going to work in this industry, that's just what you have to do. And you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what so many of our team members, they're stick around for, I mean,
We have
a
20-year
long
veterans.
time.
Some of the servers, I mean, I remember seeing them when,
Yeah.
They've
We
been
have
around forever.
ago.
Cooks, chefs, especially at this location, have been here for 23, 24 years since we opened.
Man,
It's amazing. They
It
just
is
love
amazing.
it. They love it.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to pull out back here.
What do I-
Why didn't you give her gift cards?
I forgot about the Kahlua bottle that's back in the office. I'm sorry.
The champagne and Kahlua will be out soon. What else should we cover? We've talked about coffee. We've talked about this updated look and feel. We've talked about the cookbook. We've talked about these new line of treats and really how First Watch has impacted you guys as, employees. You started at, I hate like from the bottom, but as a server.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
term.
I mean, right? And like, you've been with the company for 12 years.
It makes me feel like I understand all the facets of First Watch. And I
Absolutely.
respect it, but I also feel I get a lot of individuals that come to me and they're like, oh, you did what I did.
Yes.
And it gives them like, aha, maybe this is a path I want to stay on. And I've had a lot of success.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of internals. So they're like, can I be a manager?
Yeah.
They see it as a
you can be.
possibility.
How many stores are in Cincinnati?
So,
There's 12 in Cincinnati.
Okay.
and then we have 4 up in Dayton as well.
4 in Dayton, and then is Northern Kentucky a whole other?
Northern
That's part
Kentucky
of
is
the
part of
12.
Cincinnati.
That's part of okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The south side of Cincinnati.
I'm
There
true.
we go.
Preach it, brother.
I live there, so.
Our other businesses are over there in that river. Woo-wee.
Such a long drive.
It is. Traffic goes both ways. I know that's crazy concept, but yeah, it is a wild one. This is so awesome. It's awesome to just hear more about, I think, the company overall, and then the people that are behind it that we actually get to come in and see and meet and talk to when we're in these restaurants. I mean, you all look familiar to me. Obviously, she looks familiar to me, but that would be weird. But, I just think it's really interesting that you guys are keeping up with all of these trends. And I think to talk to employees of a large company, you guys are all joyful people. Like it's genuine. It's not just because
Yeah.
we're sitting here talking. And I think that just speaks volumes, even from the company's perspectives. Give these 3 a raise. Does that work that way?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Well, it
welcome.
could.
Yeah. So, but I think it's so true. Like, and when you radiate that from the top down and then the bottom up, they all feed that. It's so awesome.
I think our customers see that too. Like I all the time I hear we love coming to First Watch because it feels like family. Like you said faces look familiar, and we have so many customers that, like, they're friends with our servers, and
They can just feel the energy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a happy
It
place
means
to be.
something.
Yeah.
Kids meals?
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa.
No kid hungry.
Yeah.
None in my house anyway.
True. Do your kids love pancakes? Do you guys make
Oh, yeah, they love First Watch.
They make me come to First Watch every day I'm off.
I'm not going to lie. I have come into a building at 9 o'clock at night and made a waffle before for a child who
Well, there goes her raise.
Yeah, I bring it in and I wrote my name on it. They're like, you were here at 9:30.
I did pay for it, but
That's awesome. No Kid Hungry. First, let's just give people, if they don't know what No Kid Hungry is, what is that?
It's one of the organizations we partner with. It's called Share Our Strength. Is the big organization.
Okay.
No Kid Hungry is a program that helps feed children all over the United States. And so for every kid's meal ordered in our restaurant, 365 days a year, we donate 25 cents of that meal to No Kid Hungry.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then in October, we also add on to that, and our pumpkin pancake meals that are sold, we also add an additional amount to that. So that's our big, is it October? No, September.
Yeah.
September.
Is No Kid Hungry month. So
That's awesome.
yeah. That's one of the ways that we give back. We do a lot of work in the community too.
Yeah, you do a lot of events off-site, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we always are looking for like good partnerships in the community. We want to give back to the communities in which we live and work. So we're
like the Flying Pig. We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We've been a
that,
partner of theirs
the
for a
Bee.
decade.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
We worked with
Yes, it
Children's
was.
Hospital. We're always just trying to find, good organizations to be a part of. And you probably have seen, if you've been at any of the
Yeah.
races, or you've seen probably every of our races. Yeah, we're out a lot.
And
so.
one thing too, you had talked about like how they really value the marketing side of things, which
Yeah.
is really, and I think important to continue to tell a story for so long.
Yeah, and really grassroots marketing, like being able to use marketing to do good and
Yeah.
do good things and give back and really be a part of
That's
this
awesome.
Cincinnati area and community. We love it.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Thank you guys so much. One, for feeding us. And two, we're in here after hours. You guys are staying late and talking to us and sharing your story, and we really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys stepping up and being part of this conversation as a whole from the Kitchen Convo side of things. And it is so awesome as a small business owner in the town to feel supported by organizations that are walking the walk and talking the talk. So super awesome to be part of it.
We love what you do. And we're happy to be a part of it.
I didn't even bring them cookies. That's how awesome I'm like, I should bring Grateful Grams. Matt, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful that I get to go home every day and see my 5 kids.
That's awesome. Tonya, what are you grateful for?
That, I get to wake up every day and I can honestly say that I have my health, my family, and I have a great career. There's really nothing to complain about.
That's awesome.
I will say the same thing. I'm just so grateful for my family and my friends and for this career and the people that I've met. It's, a good life.
That's awesome.
Lucky.
I'm grateful for these conversations and now my newfound love of cinnamon chip pancakes and these extraordinary juices that will be such great fuel for me as I go home and get to hang out with my crew this evening too, which is lovely. Of course, grateful for the team behind the cameras that make these episodes happen. And thank you, of course, to our sponsors, First Watch and Cincinnati Wood Collaborative. This is your host, Rachel DesRochers. See you next week.